instead of the invis, and then you got Misdirected switching over to the Punisher here.
All you need to do is capture the mission area.
As Poppy Andy's got the Iron Fist to run in here. I like to see Kayak on the Emma here instead of the Venom. Definitely a god tier Venom, but it's okay. Herby Derpy going for the kidnap. A little bit of a fail, but it doesn't matter. Scorch is gonna get Genki anyways. I think he pulled him through the portal actually. It's Misdirected is separated from his team by the portal. And Poppy Andy's gonna clean him up on that. Yeah, Team Eclipse taking a strong start to open this series. Velocity stakes are finally moving up. Eternal Bond coming in from XQC. As Eclipse, Papa Jiff matching that with Invisible Boundary. Omega Hurricane coming in as well. Marvel Jesus gonna pop the Eye of Agamotto, but Kayak is kept up by the fate of both worlds. Scorch is gonna take out SQC. Marvel Jesus gets taken out by Herpy Derpy. And Andy gonna take out Quicks, and Blockish falls with the rest of his team. As Misdirected gets out alive, it seems. It's Eclipse looking heavy here. See if Quicks can make anything of this ult. It's Herpy Derpy and Kayak. Both have theirs in respect of it. Misdirected, trying to find an opening. Andy's on him though. Ooh, gets XQC. But Perfect Derpy's actually gonna fall here. Scorch takes out XQC though. Making sure they finally get that C&D. The ult doesn't come to waste, but Misdirected gets Halika and Papa Jiff in the back line. But it's not over yet. As it's Misdirected, it's gonna be a 1v1. Poppy Andy and Misdirected. Does he have? He has his extra life here. Misdirected is holding the point all by himself. XQC coming in late to assist him. Misdirected, one-man army right now. Contesting the entire front line, but he's gonna fall while doing so. Andy harassing Blockish here. Same with Herpy Derpy. Marvel Jesus and Quicks take advantage and take the point. Blockish uses the Omega Hurricane. Good shield by Quicks here to make sure he stays alive and does not get picked. XQC. Quicks! Ooh, an insta Magneto ult. Magneto ult, man, I'm slandering you. I'm slandering, Jesus. Anyways, Velocity. Good team fight from them, and they're finally going to take the point. Derpy looking to make some space. Misdirected almost gets the pull. He's going to slightly miss here. As they punch him in, and he falls. Misdirected. Picked by Scorch. Well done. I believe they hooked and punched him in. As Poppy Andy is actually going to clean up the kills from KX ult. As he's going to get 2. Scorch gets the last on Marvel Jesus. As Eclipse sends it to the OT, and it looks like it most definitely will take this first round. And Bryn T'Challa probably going to have the advantage coming into this team fight, which is obviously not very... Ooh, are they going to get Genki again? They're looking. They're waiting. They're definitely just looking for Genki. Pull coming in through. Scorch doesn't find anybody. The team fight commenced. Huge strange ult. Marvel Jesus. Absolutely well performed. Using the cover to completely mask the start of it, of him jumping up. Incredible strange ult there. Andy on the point, trying to get some eyes on him. Nothing's coming of it though. Genki's just gonna pop ult here. Saying, yeah, I'm not messing with you, Andy. As Halika also pops it. Big ult here. Ferventry opens it up for Scorch. And Scorch is just cleaning it up. Halika takes out Marble Jesus. And just like that, Eclipse with their very own well-timed ultimates to clean up the rest of Velocity. Try and look for a hook. Gets shield blocked though. Misdirected. Almost gets the Emma here. Kraken Impact. Coming out. Grabs a strange. Great grab by Blockish. Yeah, Perpetree's still gonna live maybe. No, he does fall. Nothing he can do there. Very well played. Energy coming out from Andy. As misdirected again. With another Wolverine ult to take out the back line. As Blockish finishes off Kaok. And Velocity is back in it once again. All engagement. Blockish again with the grab. And Burpy Derpy again. And Scorch gets grabbed. And Quicks is going to clean that up for Misdirect's grab. And Velocity getting huge stagger picks here. Completely delaying the push by Eclipse here. For Derpy and Kaok. Maintaining that front line. Grabs Misdirected. Can they do the same as he has done to them? And it looks like it will not happen. XQC pops the Eternal Bond, making sure Blockish does not fall. Eye of Agamotto's both at the same time, but who comes out on top? Quicks takes out Scorch. And now it's just a standstill. Marble Jesus takes out Papa Chip in their ult. That's absolutely massive. Quicks onto Andy. Quicks again to Purple Derpy. Marble Jesus cleans up Halika. And all that's left is Kaok. As Quicks is gonna pick him up too. Velocity. Looking like a completely different team with the switches here. Coordination is way more prevalent here. And they're gonna take the next round. And coming up though, we'll see if Eclipse wants to make any switches. I would assume they would. Or at least they're gonna start switching their game plan. Probably more focused towards helping with that stranger. Dealing with the Wolverine, and they're actually going to whip out a Wolverine themselves, switching over to the Magneto. Scorch is going to drop the Bucky here. There's a Rocket Raccoon maybe coming out, but I doubt it. It's probably just for the Wolverine jump here. Trying to see if they can get a big kidnap to open it up and take the point. But we'll see if anybody else can really help. It's most likely they're going to be aiming for Marble Jesus. I mean, I'd be surprised if it was anybody else. But we'll see. And Misdirected switching to the Psylocke, actually. Interesting. Is the deal with the Wolf. Not sure how it would, and everybody's going right back to Wolf. As it looks like we're going to have a Wolverine showdown here. I would assume Eclipse does have the upper hand, though. Due to just the fact that Marble Jesus is on Strange here. As they're going to take high ground with the teleport here. I'm sure they have that advantage. Take control of point. Make sure if Eclipse does play passive, they do have the advantage. He tries getting the freeze, but nothing comes of it. Misdirected, taken off by Kaok. Blockish just grab, but he's getting melted through that grab. And Marble Jesus gets melted by Purple Derpy. And it looks like these switches were absolutely what Eclipse needed to take out Velocity in this first engagement. Incredible job by them. That this map change does come in here, probably to the, most definitely to the advantage of Eclipse. Derpy trying to get a pull here, nothing comes of it though. Misdirected though with pull of his own. It's pulled back by the Invisible Woman of Halika, popping their ult, playing outside of it, making sure their team does have that sustain of healing there. XQC pops the Eternal Bond though, gets grabbed out though. Purple Derpy takes him out. Kaok with the Psionic Seduction. That's another grab by Misdirected, taking Andy and himself off. Quicks gets taken out by Kaok. Blockish with their own Psionic Seduction, but there's nobody there to help him other than Genki. And he's gonna fall. And maybe Genki too? I don't believe so, as they're gonna get back to Marble Jesus. We'll see if they can prevail through it though. Misdirected gonna have to use the jump to get on out of here. Andy with the energy. Fate of both worlds coming out from Genki. Scorch has got a wide open. Freewooded, he gets both XQC and Quicks. Misdirected in the back line, uncontested, but it's not going to matter. He gets both healers. for his entire team in return is dead, as Eclipse is going to take the first match over Velocity. Block is going to get the grab into Purple Derpy. Marvel G's is going to finish off that kill. Well done by Team Velocity. Let's pick that off, and they're going to trap Chaos and then grab him again. He somehow gets out of that. That is incredible. But the Loki's going to get picked by Quicks. And Quicks' Squirrel Girl really showing up. Takes Andy out, too. Harassing the Venom. Traps and grabs him. XQC's Veil here gonna make sure that kill goes through. And Team Velocity, like a completely different team with this Squirrel Girl pick here. That is gonna look like it's gonna be a big struggle here. Purple Derpy gonna grab Misdirected. Scorch gonna clean up that kill. Showing Misdirected he's not the only one in this lobby that could run the Wolverine. Cook. Not the entire team. They're going to be trying to mix it as Scorch is cracking neck back against nobody, but doesn't even matter. As he's going to get XQC, Purple Derpy going to pull in Gengi, and then he's going to finish off Quicks. Because even with that mess up there on both the ults, doesn't even matter. Eclipse is going to follow through. Very well done by them. Misdirected, gets the grab onto Andy. And the late ult from Halika. This is gonna get no value. This Chaos trying to play in it. With the Eternal Bond leading the charge here from XQC. Block just pops the Psionic Seduction, but nothing comes of it. Purple Derpy grabbed by Misdirected. He's low. And Quace is gonna finish off that kill. Well done by Misdirected with that grab. Chaos in the back. Trying to make something happen, but nothing's gonna come from it. Misdirected. Playing on the offlane up top, but it's Purple Derpy right behind him, and nothing comes of it. Marvel Jesus drops down, Halika goes down. Well done by Marvel Jesus, great Agamotto. Quicks is gonna pick up Purple Derpy. As Chaos, again, just nothing. He can do nothing against this Squirrel Girl. Just being trapped and just absolutely demolished health-wise. And even though he dives in, tries making some space, he has to back out right away. Quicks and Squirrel Girl is making quick work of this team. Gets pulled in though. Gotta be careful, makes out of it. The Bucky gets picked by Quicks once again. Chaos might be looking for it all maybe, but the Fate of Both Worlds probably prevents that. He's gonna get grabbed. Huge Misdirected! Oh my goodness! Absolutely insane combo. The Diamond form of the Emma damage boosted on top of the Wolverine ult. As Marvel Jesus actually gets the block here. But it's going to be a little bit messed up since the other side isn't there entirely. Squirrel Stampede comes out, but Scorch is going to clean up Quicks. The Squirrel Stampede doesn't get anything of it. Ooh, but big grab by onto Scorch. Team Velocity taking full advantage of it. XQC popping his ult. Psionic Seduction coming out from Blockish. The Feast of Abyss also comes out from Chaos, but nothing comes from it. Quite the standstill here with Purple Derpy falling. XQC gets two. One with his ult and one with the Halika. As Papa Jeff is going to have to pop his own Eternal Bond. And they're going to stun him here. Complete focus. Well done, Blockish. And Marvel Jesus right on top of it. Scorch gets Gengi, but Quick shuts him down. As Poppy Andy needs to make something happen. Kaok, again, he just can't get anything done with the Squirrel Girl. Too much damage and too much stuns. The CC's too much for this Venom here. Misdirected misses the grab onto him. Healers are trying to play off angles so they don't get caught up. What does it even matter? Team Velocity. Completely different animal coming into this. Squirrel Girl's absolutely dominating the Venom. And as an Eclipse, we're making this a close game all of a sudden. This seems one-sided almost. Kaok is going to switch over to the Yema Frost. So we may see a Helen Namor coming in, which actually wouldn't be a bad idea. Just to poke him out. But he needs somebody for the Squirrel Girl. Not sure what would they think here. This Quicks is probably the best Squirrel Girl NA. Like, I don't even think it's a test. And Velocity takes this. I totally see Eclipse banning us. Honestly, I see even Velocity doesn't take this. I think they just ban Quicks as Squirrel Girl regardless. It's like absolutely dominating. Let's take the stats here. Yeah. Quicks is leading in final hits. Definitely most damage. Only 2 deaths as well. Maybe the most on the team, but still the impact. Well, tied with the most on the team, but still the impact of the Squirrel Girl is absolutely noticeable. The Hella and Namor is coming out from Team Eclipse. Let's see if this is the key to what they need to take on Team Velocity.
Help get that vehicle to its destination.
It's misdirected at a really interesting angle here. Waiting patiently for the entirety of Team Eclipse to push up. He's looking, doesn't get anything. He's gonna have to pop his passive here, unfortunately for him.
Have I found my weak spot?
As it looks like this poke is definitely forcing Team Velocity back a good bit. Oh Jesus, having to back up here. Kid tries to grab him while he jumps in the air, but nothing comes of it. Magneto of Papi Andy getting a little risky there. The brawl fight commences, misdirected, helping the tanks take control of this corner here. Just the complete presence of a Wolverine grab is gonna make tanks. Oh my goodness. Slander it is. Oh my god. Papa Jeff takes out misdirected. Papi Andy on the blockish. Eternal Bond from XQC comes in late. Squirrel Stampede comes in, gets absolutely deleted. His invisible boundary from Papa Jeff comes in to state it. And XQC is gonna get dropped. Gangy pops it late. And all of a sudden, team with extreme coordination earlier is just popping ults left and right. This kid's gonna take the advantage of the no fate of both worlds. And Marvel Jesus goes down, misdirected, trying to get a better angle. This is just gonna escape for now. Scorch takes out Gengi on the off angle with Blockish and Quicks. Get a quick 2, but Chaos is gonna take out Blockish. And Quicks goes down with him.
Almost there.
Looks like Eclipse has found the bread and butter. What they need to take on this Squirrel Girl comp, looks like. Too much poke. He can't out-poke it right now. Oh, Jesus, going up for the block. Trying to burn this Hella ult. Nothing comes of it, though. Halika's going to get a pick on the Quicks. Block just pops the Psionic Seduction, gets anti-healed by the Namor team up. Goes down himself. Andy finishing off that kill. Marvel Jesus trying to stand up. Can't get it done. Misdirected goes down. Gengi follows. XQC another. Is all of a sudden, the tables are completely reversed. Perp Derpy taken out by Quicks, but Quicks is going to get staggered here. As Eclipse should have enough to take up a good portion of the space of this next push here. Misdirected switching over to the Venom, it seems. We're in triple tank now. See how this works, especially against anti-heal. It's either they just overwhelm the poke, or the anti-heal is actually going to overwhelm them. Let's see how it goes. Venom dives in the back line. Anti-healed. Nothing comes of it, though. Here goes the Namor anti-heal. Marvel Jesus just kicked in the back. Nothing is going to help him there. Squirrel Stampede comes in. Forces the invisible boundary. So the value is there. Unfortunately, Block is just going to take it off. Misdirected. It's frozen in the back here. XQC picked. Papa Chip on a misdirected. Because nobody's there to help him. Once again, Eclipse is just walking through. His Team Velocity seems to have no answers for the Hela and Namor here. Sorry. I need to get some water after this. Where do I have water? I don't. Anyways, Eternal Bond coming out from XQC here. Good job just getting a good lane here for his team to push out. Psionic Seduction does come out. Quicks doesn't get fooled. He might die here. Never mind. Extremely close there. Gengi gonna pop the Fate of both worlds. Ayabagamoto comes out, misdirected. Takes out 2, Scorched himself gets 2, but Blockish gets a double himself as he's the last one of his team remaining. It's Gengi. And Pop, he get taken out on the side. Marvel Jesus, though, he's not letting anything happen with the remainder of Team Eclipse as he takes the rest of them out.
Get that vehicle moving again.
Very well done with the coordination of the damage boost there when misdirected and Gengi there. Well done. They do have the ult advantage here. Going in with the invisible boundary and a Fate of both worlds. Silent Seduction comes out, forces the Fate of both worlds. Namor, having the Horn of Prometheus. Nothing comes of it. Cracking impact from Quicks. Dies in the invisible boundary. Well done by Papa Jiff. Sure, his team has stayed up. But XQC coming in with an Eternal Bond. Ooh! Almost dies though. Due to well-placed Namor anti-heal. Misdirected. In the back line. And oh, he gets popped instantly due to the Emma Crystal. It looked like he had enough health. The Emma Crystal shattered him entirely. Quicks falls. And now the snowball commences. Papa Jiff on the Quicks. Gengi making sure his team is still up. Poppy Andy trying to get it. Nothing comes of it though. Ooh, Feast of the Abyss tries getting something to work out in favor of Velocity, but nothing does. Chaos can get Blockish, and that LL is holding them to that one little tunnel. Misdirected, one shot. Derpy. Gonna take him out as well. Marvel Jesus. Solid ult. But Papa Jeff is gonna be not ulted. He's gonna be healed through it anyways. Quicks gets a quick 2. Scorch is gonna get him right back though. 2-piece, all headshot. This Eclipse is taking this. This is looking pretty close. Not as dominant though on the first push though, as it looks like Velocity's found what they need to do. Psyop Seduction comes out for Blockish. Fate of both worlds meets it, making sure the entirety of Eclipse stays up. Psyop Seduction from Kayuk, absolutely massive. He gets 2. Can they clean up on it? XQC gone. Scorch cleaning up. Very well done by Kayuk. As Poppy Yeti gets 2. Derpy on some Marvel Jesus. And Velocity gets wiped. What an amazing ult from Kayuk there. Going on the high ground off angle. Dropping down with their ult right behind Marvel Jesus. And leading his team to a very successful team fight. But it's not over yet. As Velocity has plenty of ults to work with here. Eternal Bond comes in. Magneto ult. Passed. Right past Marvel Jesus. XQC falls. Forces out the Fate of both worlds. Damage boosted though. Quicks and Blockish. Making quick work of the first 2 in the front line. Feast of the Abyss comes in. Cleans up the rest of Eclipse. As there's no hope. As Velocity takes on this map. Taking them out instantly here. With the rest of Sleep, he's going to make sure he stays in the action. Ooh, interesting. Good use of the teleport by KF there. He's going to have to swing on out of there. As it's to be consistent barrages in the back line, probably forcing each of the guys of Velocity to back up. As Andy's actually the first pick on a Blockish here. As the Venom and the Daredevil are just going in. Same with Jedi. Takes out misdirected Andy onto Gengi. And this is just going to be a complete dive catastrophe being performed by Eclipse. Quicks gets one of his own, but KX is going to finish him off. Oh, did he? We'll see. Jedi on the off angle. Trying to see if he can find any supports lacking here. Directed. Playing with the team here. Gets a grab and Gengi gets blown up instantly. KX with the Feast of the Vest. Nothing comes from it. Scorch. Throws Magneto all down. There's no way he's getting a single hit on anybody. Cosmic Yard Amplifier coming in from Sleepy. Cracking impact. And Jedi! Spectacular spin coming in from him. Gets 2. And he's gonna finish off Marble Jesus. And Eclipse. They have found what they need as a thing switch here, which I totally think is necessary. He's gonna come in here. Active blockish. Looking to contest. I got a feeling a Daredevil might be coming up here soon. Andy. Caught by Silence Abduction. Misdirected takes him out with his own ult. Jedi getting active, but too much brawl and too much heals. Spider-Man is not getting through that. His velocity switch over to Thing has really paid off, and it's actually quite visible here. That's not good at all as he switches in Magic. Clobbering time coming in, but actually a massive shield. Well done, cracking impact coming in from Quicks. He's low though, but he's still gonna get a reset off of Andy as nothing comes over the Daredevil ult. Quicks. Did he miss it? I think he may have missed it there. But it does not matter as Velocity is gonna win the team engagement. Marble Jesus takes out Halika. Jedi trying to clean up on the Gengi. Nothing comes from it. Forces though. Woo! Force the Eternal Bond! The Scorch is gonna get him anyways. Misdirected picks up on Jedi though. Cosmic Yard Amplifier coming out. Matched with Gengi's Invisible Boundary. Takes it out immediately. Well done by Team Velocity for focusing that. Daredevil is just absolutely harassing this back line. And Blocks is just caught. So is Andy here. Clobbering time coming in. They're gonna have to focus Scorch here. He's gonna stay alive. Support's keeping him up. Jedi. Trying to harass. Trying to see if he can get any picks. Helping assist the Venom here. Chaos can get... he's gonna get picked up here though. Wow. Putting a lot of effort in those combos. Nothing really coming out of it though. Misdirected. Popping the magic ult. Nothing come out of it though. Almost dies. Well done by supports for keeping him up. CYA back in action here. The counter out, the Science Induction. Chaos can get picked by Quicks. When he falls, Gengi a well-placed ball here. Gonna make sure Jedi gets caught off guard and picked. Marble Jesus on the KO. Takes him out. Blocks on the Scorch. And all of a sudden, this huge dive composition from Eclipse. It's getting absolutely dominated. Let's see. The Scorch can hit this on the Eternal. Woo! The Eternal Bond. Stayed alive. Good block by Blockish. Clobbering time coming in from Marble Jesus. Putting a lot of pressure in this back line. It's either peel for him or stay on the point. Jedi with 2. KO gonna clean it up. Andy not to misdirected. Jedi says, screw it. Doesn't matter if you can stop my dive. You cannot stop this ultimate. As Eclipse gonna take that last fight and pick up the point. Jedi coming extremely clutch there. Very well coordinated. Wasn't all just him. So we see Velocity having to back up here, regroup. I like their comp here. Misdirected gonna take out Jedi. Very well done. Maybe pushing up here. His first choke here. Directed. Trying to find something. Blockage with a silence reduction. Daredevil in the back line. Marble Jesus the peel. Blockish, making it back. Ooh, nice! Very well done by Kayuk. Getting a good opening pick on the X2C with the Feast of the Abyss. Misdirected, trying to find something. Sleepy with their own Eternal Bond, helping their team push forward and secure this team fight win. Misdirected. Goes down. Same with Blockish. The final seconds come down as overtime is inevitable, it seems, for Team Eclipse. But can they push it all the way? Can Velocity find a way to stop them as they did on the second point? Ayuk waiting. Above, nobody notices them. Hawkeye out from Jedi. I didn't even realize Jedi switched to Hawkeye. And Marvel Jesus gets dropped because of it. Devil comes out. Same with Magneto Wall. Going for the Eternal Bond Kids XQC. Blockish trying to stall as long as they can. Marvel Jesus swapping to the Strange. Maybe he can get a nice teleport in. Get an interesting angle on top of this. It's gonna drop down. Marvel Jesus, I don't think he has any heals. As Eclipse look to struggle immensely on that second push. But back to dominance on the third. Just from the looks of it, though, I definitely will say I kind of like Velocity's comp here, honestly. I think it's really going to come down to how Misdirected can deal with his Venom. Let's see if he can do just that. The Venom. Yeah, no, they're just staying with the back line. It's definitely the plan here. Blockish. I take out Jedi. Very well done. Good pick from there. He's making a convincingly good push here. Maybe the player advantage. Marvel Jesus. Getting active. Controlling that frontline presence. The Daredevil extremely far back here. Probably waiting for Kick to dive here, as he does coordinate it. But can they find anything of it? Kaok, extremely low. Doesn't find anything. Jedi's gonna pull off quicks, but Andy and Kaok get taken out by Misdirected and Marvel Jesus. Marvel Jesus. He's just active. This is his front line. It looks like nobody's really gonna be stopping him. There's consistent heals here. And just no pressure on him at all. No pressure for him to peel either. As the Storm and the Punisher already have this covered. Blockish, Omega Hurricane coming in. XQC pops the C. CYA. Nothing of it though. Marvel Jesus gonna pop his own ult, and the entirety of Eclipse falls apart. Scorch and Andy are gonna be switching. Scorch on the Bucky, Andy onto Magneto here. Yep. Drops in the back. Piece of the best. A huge anti-dive. But look at this peel here. Very well coordinated. Like I said, Misdirected, dealing with the Venom. How the damage boost. The entirety of the team looking at him. Extremely well done. And wow. Andy holding back his ult just for the right moment. As Sleepy's gonna get gangy. As you see, gets the res off him though. Eclipse gets a solid hold here. But it's only for a short notice. Omega Hurricane coming in from Blockish. Yard Amplifier coming in. Nuggets can come over though. Big Strange ult here. Marvel Jesus. What a play. Magneto, the only one even remotely able to take care of that. He knows that and takes out the entire team with that ult. An amazing play by Marvel Jesus. And that's going to secure Velocity's second point on this map. With 4.5 minutes remaining, this push is unstoppable as it seems. As Jedi's going to switch over to Hela now. And Cook onto the Emma Frost, which I totally think it's a reasonable pick for the Emma Frost. I'm a little questionable on the Hela here, but we'll see if they can work with it. Probably to deal with the Storm here. To outpoke them. I think that's the entire purpose. They're definitely trying to focus down Blockish's Storm. We'll see if they can do just that. They have plenty to work with here. But Blockish playing on these little corners, playing on the off angles, making sure nobody has a chance of picking them off. And Misdirected! Taking now Andy. Invisible boundary comes out. Another Marble Jesus ult. And that's going to take care of the entire team once again. Velocity. Marble Jesus trying to go to quick block. He gets one off the map, actually. It wasn't even a block. It was an off-map portal. The balls to pull that off is amazing. We got a Black Panther from Jedi now. Aplica with the invisible boundary. Jedi gets Genki, blockish. Gets a trade on a Scorch. Jedi picked off by Misdirected. Genki res by XQC's res beacon. Quicks popping their own Magneto ult. Takes out Sleepy. Falls down with Kaok. Andy down again. And just like that, Velocity finding what's needed to take dominance on this map, it seems. Down with the payload. Jedi looking for it. These tanks need to control the lanes here. They're gonna grab Marble Jesus. A good bubble onto Marble Jesus, though, by Quicks is gonna save him. Jedi gets picked by Misdirected. The outpoke matches won so far by Velocity. Quicks in a little danger. Gets around the corner just in time. Cosmic Yard Amplifier coming in, forcing Velocity, but matched by an internal bond by Eclipse. But wait, it's a double! It's a double support ult, and all of a sudden, we got an advantage Velocity. Misdirected with his ult. Can he clean it up here? Jedi Dawn. So is Sleepy. Marble Jesus. Marble Jesus takes the entire game in his hands. He gets 3, and the rest of his team picks off the rest. As Marble Jesus turns to the server admin in this game. This Strange is unstoppable. Nothing for these ults. And they need one good team fight with 4 minutes remaining. I like what I'm seeing here, but can they pull it off? That's the big issue. They've had good comps already, but they just yet to outpoke Team Velocity here. Well, let's see it. They're just gonna let him walk, as this is gonna come down. I think C9. Oh my god! I almost thought they were just gonna let him walk it, but never mind. As it looks like this fight entirely is just gonna be one team fight. They didn't want to even stall it. They want to play on this lane here. They're really leaning into this outpoke them. Yard Empire coming out quite early. Velocity will kite this, but it does not matter. Misdirected is picked off by Scorch and res by XQC's res beacon.
Judge, jury,
Misdirected with their own Yard Amplifier. This is gonna be absolutely devastating. Phoenix Soul comes in, nothing comes from it. And Misdirected, XQC, the combo is inevitable, and so is this win. This Velocity.
4, 2, 3.
Seemed to be a close game at first, but towards the end, they found the composition that worked best. And a very dominant performance towards the end. Like, going to Midtown. Eclipse's decision. Coming in, and let's see, we got Perfect Derpy back in here, and we got Kyo. Yeah, I'll just say Kyo, yeah, that's Kyo. Ooh, okay, we got a lot of switches here for Eclipse.
Stay strong.
Perfect Derpy, Kyo, and Denix.
I sense a strong magical link.
I'm not even sure how to say that name. I'm not the smartest person on this earth. And they are sticking this comp. Yep, I'm not surprised at all. Are they gonna try kidnapping? Or blocking off? I think they're trying to kidnap. We'll see.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
How would I say this name?
I can feel some serious magic nearby.
I'm just gonna say Dak.
I want to be a part of
That guy's pretty good. Anyways, Kyo on the Hawkeye here. And again, it's looking like a poke battle. And a solo mag. This is an interesting one, especially with Perfect Derpy falling instantly to block his storm. I don't know if this is the brightest idea to run a solo tank against such a high poke very little dive. I mean, you're trying to outpoke this. I mean, it'd be tough. Or they're trying to make some space, help out Andy. And he actually is successful with this. And he's gonna pull in quicks! A kidnap with a daredevil! Doesn't matter, but Kyo's gonna take out misdirected. XQC's Res Beacon is gonna take him back into the fight. Well, let's see which one wins it here. Definitely looking like Velocity. That amplifier basically solidified it. Misdirected using some good value out of that amplifier. Marvel G's taking out Andy. And the rest of Eclipse is going to fall down here. Out, in and out. Oh, so that's not Andy. I meant Perfect. Whoopsie.
I am ready to put on a show.
Blockish with the Omega Hurricane. Forces out the Fateable Worlds.
I am ready to put on a show.
Genki get a match with his own. Oh, wow. This is just an absolute ult bomb coming in from Eclipse. And Deck and Kyo gonna take out the majority of Velocity there with the amplifier. Marvel Jesus should get back in time for a TP, maybe. They might need to see somebody touch. If they go for it. I don't think they do. They do not get it in time. And yes, Velocity does realize that. They're not gonna waste it. Actually, did they try it? They did not try, they just knew. Ooh! Good freeze arrow and a good cleanup kill on the misdirected. Oh, he's just helping maintain his front line, it seems. The Devil is coming out now. Blockish trying to get him. Marvel Jesus takes out Kyo. Derby gonna have to walk on out of there. There's too much to handle. Genki is gonna finish up onto Andy. Andy gets res by Sleepy. That looks like he's but too late of a res. He's gonna get picked off once again. The Daredevil really putting in some work here. That extra health and reflex keep him in the game. He is really the only thing in the front line here. I think he backs up, but nobody's handling him. He's really managing himself here. Derpy Derpy. This guy is a beast on him. Keeps it going, maintains that front line, even though he's not even a tank. Andy finally comes in, Omega Hurricane. Coming out from Blockish. Misdirected. Pops the Punisher ult. Ooh, I'm not sure that got blocked. But ooh, misdirected. Getting 3. Shuts down the other Punisher ult. Whoa. Kyo's gonna take him out, but it's really gonna affect nothing when it comes to the outcome of that fight. I'm looking to see if he can get something out of this. Frontline falls apart in a little bit of a late ult from Genki. Just enough time for Kyo to pick off Marvel Jesus. Good timing. Very good timing on this Daredevil ult. As it's probably gonna clean up the rest of this team. So Rocket's trying to keep the rest of the team alive, but nothing is going to come from it. Strange World comes in. Marvel Jesus trying to make something of it. He's going to get melted instantly. Misdirected hops on the magic. Maybe an extra stall. Burpy Derpy. Donna. Quicks. Blocks join the fight. Both pop their ult here. And the Omega Hurricane in the background almost gets the rocket. Luna gets bubbled. Blockish is not in a pretty situation here. But Velocity seems to be holding on just by the skin of their teeth. Burpy Derpy handling these tanks. Fate of both worlds comes in from Halika. Marvel Jesus getting great healing here. Will he pop his ultimate here, though? He's got the amplifier. The opening gets the Daredevil. Magneto low. And Velocity seems to be holding this point. The skin of their teeth. It looks so close, Eclipse.
Score is
Just not getting those final blows in time. Velocity
time to switch things up.
having their heels up in the back line. So far, that rocket was absolutely key. But I don't think it's enough damage. The Art Empires coming out for both teams. But Pervy Derpy with a big Agamotto, taking out both Blockish and Genki. Blockish can get res, but doesn't look like it's going to do much, as Kiyo's going to take out Misdirected. And Quicks will fall to Kiyo as well. Very well done by Pervy Derpy. A beautifully executed Eye of Agamotto. But speaking of which, Misdirected swapping to the Wolverine. Omega Hurricane coming in from Blockish.
Are undefeatable.
Forcing out the Mantis ult here. Marvel Jesus pops his own and gets nothing out of it. The damage boost a little late. Blocks the Magneto ult here. Watch this quick ult here. And they just get him. Just enough damage pumps out through the Wolverine ult and the Magneto ult to finish off Theo there. Perfect Derpy. Big Strange ult. He's only going to get one out of this, as he may fall himself. The healing is coming through, but it's not enough, as the rest of Eclipse will fall back. The back of this push here. Misdirected. Trying to get a good off angle here. Looking for Andy. He gets him. A good sleep, though, coming in from deck. Both Yard Empires matching each other. Big ult from Marvel Jesus, as that's going to clean up the back line of teams. But Perfect Derpy actually gets Blockish. Genki going to finish off Halika. Blockish. Res back up. Same with Halika. Quicks gets Perfect Derpy, though. And Marvel Jesus is going to get sleepy. As Andy holding on. Even pops his ult. Every second matters. He's going to get the Ratchet. And look at this. The Mantis ult comes in, keeping both teams up. And here comes a damage boost. Blockish gets Kiyo. Finishes off Dex. Quicks gets Andy. Sleepy can get the res on Andy. Perpy Derpy. It's another big misdirected ult. He's going to finish off Halika. Sleepy's still alive. It seems the rest of his team is not following suit with that, as Deck is going to get Genki. As they're going to get a good stagger pick. He's actually going to get two. But it's not going to change the outcome of that, as Quicks finishes them off for a solid stagger. The high ground and the solid off angles. The off angles are so far out, you can't really get back quickly. Speaking of the devil, Misdirected. On the off angle, dropping down, taking out the Storm. Not Storm, oh my god, Strange. Andy almost dies. The visible boundary coming out from Sleepy to make sure he stays up. They need that consistency. It's all or nothing right now. Andy gets taken through. Soul Bond coming in from Halika. Adam Warlock switch coming in clutch here. Marvel Jesus. Oh, I see it. I know he sees it. He wants it. Covered by the smoke. But he's going to play passive. He does not want to waste this opportunity. And Blockish falls. They want the they're saving for 6. This is going to be extremely tough for Eclipse, as Velocity has everything locked in, loaded, ready to push, and ready to take victory over Eclipse. Let's see if they can get it done. And they open it at big. Perfect Derpy, a solid ult, but it doesn't matter. Marvel Jesus with a big ult himself. As the ults fall down, Blockish takes out Kiyo. Blockish again onto Dex. Marvel Jesus onto Halika. He has no Adam Warlock res, as Misdirected is going to watch him. It looks like he's just going to be staring off, as his team may be eliminated. For Derpy and Andy trying their best, trying to stay up invisible boundary, keeps them in the game. It is not over yet. Halika falls. Big Wolverine ult coming in. Andy needs to find something with this, and finds absolutely nothing, as Marvel Jesus is gonna fall. Actually, Blockish gets Sleepy. But Eclipse is gonna hold on. As Velocity trying to make something work. They have the man advantage. And Morlock Res comes in, gets 2. And all of a sudden, man advantage to Eclipse. And one good push is left for Velocity. Oh, and a misdirected pull. Absolutely massive. Just ran in and just grabbed him again. Same spot and everything. Helica falls. Agamotto almost gets Gengi, but a good defensive play by Marvel Jesus is going to save him. Fate of Both Worlds comes from Gengi. Quicks misdirected. Get 2, Marvel Jesus onto deck, and that's going to settle it. That's the series. Velocity 3-1 over Eclipse. A revenge matchup in the favor of Velocity, who lost to Eclipse in the upper bracket. It looks like they came here. They came with the right mindset, right game plan. They take the W on this, eliminating Eclipse from the entire tournament. It's a well-deserved MVP for Marvel Jesus. And Velocity moves on to the next round in the MRC.